Today in Good News Club, as I taught Good News Club, I was reminded of a truth that, I know, but often I forget. And so it was good to have that reminder, not only for the kids, because they knew that truth as well, but also for us as adults. We need to remember the simple truth that you are unique, that you were made individually and specially by God. Psalm 139, one of David's psalms, is a very special psalm. And in that psalm, I counted it at one time, and he uses the first personal pronoun so many times, pointing out that all these attributes of God are to were used and viewed toward him personally, individually. But then he gets to the creation of man, the creation of himself, the creation of his individuality. And he says in Psalm 139 in verse 13, "For you, that is God, formed my inward parts." He doesn't say mankind's inward parts, but my inward parts. You formed me together in my mother's womb. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth, showing in poetic form that God was individually and specifically involved in creating David and therefore you in your mother's womb. The intricately woven can also be describing DNA. So God even made it that you'd have your specific eye color, your specific hair color, specific uniqueness about your fingerprint, which is individually specific to you as well. God was involved. He just didn't create Adam and Eve and then let everything just go. He's involved in every single person's creation. And it says this in verse 16, "Your eyes saw my unformed substance, and in your book were written, every one of them." So not only was he involved in our creation, involved in making us, he's also involved in our days, in our life, the time frame, the period of time of our life. Going on to say, "The days that were formed for me, when as yet there were none of them." So how should we respond to this unique and individual truth concerning every single one of us? Well, he says, "How precious to me are your thoughts, O God." How vast is the sum of them? If I were, I think he's saying, if I were somehow able to count, to comprehend the thoughts that you have for me, if I were to count them, they are more than the sand. Whoa. I awake, and I am still with you. That's how we should respond to God's unique and individual creation of you. We should say, "God, you took so much detail, you took so much thought in making me. All I can do is pause and say, wow, thank you. I know I'm loved. I know I'm special in your sight." So I want to encourage you this evening, this morning, whenever you watch this video, stop and pause and just thank God for making you who you are, knowing that he made you the unique person that you are. Well, thank you for joining me.